So yes, people, it's another lovely episode. I remain my personal self, that your host, Fawaz speaking. But in this particular episode, we'll be discussing video editing. I'm gonna be taking you through the complete process on how I edit my videos on my phone. I'm not really a laptop person. I would say that all of my journey on social media, I've not for once used a laptop or a desktop or what have you or whatnot. It has all been through my phone, right? So video editing on the phone is the go-to option. Like, okay, let me put it this way. Like, if you want to create content online, if you want to be a video content creator, of course, you need to record videos and you need to merge them together. Imagine if you want to make if you want to be discussing or you want to make a top head video like this one. You see, this particular video content type is the free one. Like, is the inspirational kind of content where I am educating and I'm also freelancing, or let me say I'm also inspiring you guys to do content at the same way. So I'm not really cutting and editing and having a long type script. However, for those videos you are seeing on my YouTube, it's practically like a cut, a edit, a snip, a split, a cut and combine kind of thing. But like the main idea behind video editing is that you cannot, or you will not be able to you will not be able to you'll not be able to capture or shoot the whole scene at once. Imagine if you want to be making a baking content, for example. If you want to record the whole video at once, you might eventually have in a 30 minutes or a 1 hour video. Do you get that point now? Unlike when you maybe when you put the sugar in, you tap pause, and when you add in the next thing, you tap play again, like that. So if you have chunks of videos like that, it will be very, very easy for you to it is through video editing. You will combine all of those things, you will add voiceovers, and that is where the next episode comes in, which is the episode of voiceover content creation as well, right? So video editing is very, very useful, it's very, very effective, and the most easiest part of it is that don't feel it is something complicated, right? Just have the back mind that it is very, very simple. It would be very, very easy for you, and I can assure you that it is that simple. What you need to do is I'm going to be taking you through the journey. I'm going to be taking you through the ways you can edit your videos using your phone. I'm going to be taking you through like the application I use. And for the purpose of this particular particular course, I'm going to be using just one single video editor, which is the InShot application. A lot of people have, I believe that at this point, a lot of people know about InShot, but the problem is that not a lot of people know how to use it, or you are not able to maximize opportunities or maximize the usage of InShot application. I would say that before I start outsourcing it, because before I start using other editing applications, I used InShot for close to 3 years. Yeah. So it depends on how you are able to use the application. That is when you're like, a lot of people will say you're using the same InShot. What are you using to edit your video? I'm using InShot. And you will tell me that you are not seeing that effect on your own InShot. Darling, it is because you've not explored to that extent. So I'm going to be making this video very, very effective. Like, you'll be seeing through every single thing on InShot, from the transitions to the text, to the borders, to the designs, to the music, to every single thing you need on InShot, right? So darling, grab your phones right now and let's get into video editing for real.
Now, good day to you. This would be our first full insight or in-depth InShot tutorial, where I will be teaching you everything you need to know about InShot video editing part. I told you that InShot application can be used in 3 ways. We can use it for video, can use it for photo, we can also use it for what? For our collage. So this one is based on video format editing. So the easiest thing, of course, you have to open your InShot application, this one. So once you open the InShot application, you're going to have this inside here. So once you open it, this is what you're going to have. What do you need to tap next is the video. Once you tap the video, you will tap new. I already told you there are lots of drafts. So now I would edit this particular video. Now, when I was explaining to you on videography or video content creation, I told you to edit in small chunks, right? So now the reason why you need to edit in small chunks is in order for you to have, in order for you to make your editing very, very easy, and you will not have large formats to watch, to edit and to compress and do all of those things. And I've already explained that in that part. So let us just jump into the section where we have this whole thing now. So you see these 5 videos here. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we want to edit. 4, 2, 3, 4. I've selected all my videos. So that is how you're going to do it. You select all the videos you need. Once you finish selecting the video, you now tap this green button here. You tap it. Once you tap it, it's going to bring you in to this port. So once you are here, this is the list of all of your videos. Every video is here. So it might take a time because my own phone, I'm actually running some program beneath, like I'm processing certain files or certain programs on also my phone at this time. That's why it is taking a lot of time to, process those things. So let us firstly watch the full video now. So you're going to see how I created my video in small chunks.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you.
I paused.
I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone.
I paused the game.
And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms.
Can you see? I paused the game.
The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Can you see? That is how I shoot all my videos in short forms. Now, the first thing you need to do when it comes to your editing is you need to increase the volume. You tap this down, you tap this video down, you scroll. Once you scroll, you tap this volume here, you increase it. Can you see?
Darling, I know you've all been...
So that is it. You increase it to the highest and you now tap this apply to all. So everything now has the same more increased volume. Let us listen to it again. You see that it has increased.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you.
Can you see?
Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms.
Can you see?
The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Can you see? That is how I edit. That's how I create my videos in short forms. Now, let us kickstart and get straight into the editing part. So now, we need to get straight into the editing part, and this is how we need to do that. This is our video, right? And let us just listen to it. So I just took it up from the draft again.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone.
And make it pop very, very well.
And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms. The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Can you see that now? Now let us start editing. The first thing, we've already increased the volume, if you could remember. Can you see now? This is where I want the video to start from. You see this thing here is very, very easy to work with. You just tap it to the point at which you see this white stripe here. You put it there. Now see where it's starting from.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you.
You pause. And you tap this, like you tap the video, you tap this session again. You now shift this string from where it is. You are going to shift it to this white line. And this is how you do it. Because that is where we stopped talking, Abby. Simple. Let us play it again. And now you're going to see how the magic works.
Okay, darling. I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah.
Can you see now?
Announcement, especially you.
It's not, you need to make it very, very perfect. So you see, we still have little space there. You make it very, very close to it and make it on top of it. That is it. So the same thing here. You rack it to that white point.
Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone.
You tap and you shift it again in palm. Now see.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone.
Can you see? So you still shift it in again.
And
you see, you just try to work on it very, very well. So you can see the essence of you creating videos in small chunks. Now, nobody will know. Just create your things in small chunks and you edit everything together.
Celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms.
You tap it here and you still cut in again. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What I'm doing here now?
Adorable video content across all social media platforms.
You can see, just do it in again. You tap, you edit in.
The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Bam. You bring it in again. Vimla. Let us now watch the full edit of the video again.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms. The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Can you see now? Who is going to know that you did all of this? So it takes you just your time. Let us do it more clean now. Let me work on it very, very more clean. So you're going to see that it's seamless.
Okay, darling. I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone.
You can still shift it in more.
And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms.
Again, shift it in.
The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Now let us now work. So after this, now we'll now move on to adding text and changing all of the things. We've already edited, cut, and do all the things. Now let's get into more editing. Now in this part, it's still the same thing. We've edited everything, we've cut, we've removed, we've done everything. Now let us start by adding in our text. What are the kind of text we want to add into it? Let us first watch the video again.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms. The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you.
Can you see now? Very, very simple.
Okay, darling.
So now let us start with music. Now, you know, I talked about Canvas the other time. We don't need Canvas here because I love it being in 9:16. It's okay by me. You can either do 9:16, but if you record your video in landscape, you need to put it in 16:9. And can you see, we don't like all of these things. Just tap your 9:16 or you tap no frame. No frame is going to bring it out the way you edited it, like the way it is being shot on your phone. But to be on the safer side, just select 9:16. Good. Now, music. I love adding this kind of music, this slow feels music to my songs. I love this one. So you just tap this one, and now here. So at this point, you need to reduce the volume. So
okay, darling, I know
it does not match very well, and that's very, very stupid for me to do. So you do tap here, you tap the audio. So once you tap it here, you now tap volume. So reduce the volume of the audio to your desired format.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch a free videography
Can you
course
see how it
where
is
I will be
smooth?
teaching 150
added music to
entrepreneurs
that
how
now.
to film, edit, create, and
Assuming you want to just do the voiceover in this application. However, I told you that the best way to do your voiceover is to do it in your normal audio recorder, and you now bring it in as a music. Assuming you've done audio recording now, can you see this is one of the audios I do? I recorded it in my sound recorder, of course.
Hello, darling. As a recipe explorer, new
I hope
experiments
you know
are
this
always
audio. So
welcome.
assuming I
So I
have
decided to give
recorded
another
it in an
procedural
external
approach to
way,
my red
you now
velvet
bring
cake
it
recipe.
in. I don't really like doing the recording from the application here, but you can still do it. You just tap the record and it will start once it's finished. So once you tap here, let us see how it sounds.
Okay, darling. Hello, Kenika. How are you doing? Another.
I don't like that one, so you just tap the delete. So another thing is the effects thing. You can do effect. Can you see? But we don't need all of those things, right? So this is
Okay,
our
darling, I
video.
know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch a free videography course where I will be teaching 150 entrepreneurs how to film, edit, create, and produce adorable video content across all social media platforms. The class is totally free and registration is ending soon. Click this link now to register. You know I love you. Bye.
Can you see? So once you know your audio is already longer than the old thing, so you just tap this place and you tap split. We've already talked about split before, and you tap delete. So it's now accurate enough. You tap the mark.
Okay,
and
darling,
this is your video. So once you have your video now, what can we now move on to next? Sticker. We don't yet need the sticker, although I'll be adding sticker or a picture later in this video, but it's not yet necessary. So we now move on to the text section. Now, the text section is where we will be working with more editing and shifting. So it's very, very easy. We'll do text, we'll do filter, we'll do peep. We already did our pre-cut and our split. We already used delete. I don't like using background, so we just use that one. We'll just leave that one out. No background needed. We don't need speed. I love it the way it is from the old thing. We don't need crop. But if you want to need crop, this is the full thing. You can do one by one and all of those stuffs. You just do back and leave it the way it is. We don't need voice effects. So okay, let me show you an example of the voice effect.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you.
We don't need it, Abby. Let us just remove it back.
Okay, darling.
Denounce. We don't need denounce too. Just tap back. I told you that if you. So now let us now start adding in our text to this particular to this setting. Now, what is the first thing I want to add? I want to add my text here. I want to say, what should I say? Free class. Let me do videography course. Videography master course. So now if you want to change the color, I don't like this color for sure. What you need to do is you tap your text and you tap white. Border, I don't like borders. Shadow, I don't like shadow. Label, you now change the label to black. Can you see now? You tap mark here. You can now reduce it. You reduce. You can see what I'm using to reduce it. This thing here. Reduce it and just bring it up here. You can put your text anywhere you like it, right? I like putting my own at the center, and it should be above my head. So once I'm uploading it to my Instagram, I would easily have something to work with. So can you see now? You can easily just switch the trends around. Can you see? The longer you switch it around, can you see? Let me show you.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting.
Assuming you put it here, it's not going to show until it gets to that point.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you.
Yeah, immediately. but because me, I want to start it from the beginning.
Okay, darling, I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is why I decided to launch.
Can you see? That is just easy it is. Let us see how it's going to remove
film,
here.
edit, create, and produce adorable video
Can you see it has removed? Now, if you now want to make it look more lovely, you can just tap here and do this edit. Let us see how it's going to come in. Can you see? It can come in like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. All of those stuffs. But I don't want all of those stuffs. This is, can see it can come in like this. I don't think I want it. But let's just put it out. Can also do for the out, but I don't want out to do. You just tap cancel and you tap in. Let us now see how it's going to go.
Okay, darling. I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah.
Let me add another text so you're going to see. Let us do 10K followers. The tap mark. I want to edit this one. I don't like how it is. I want to change the color to black and the label to white. Can you see now? So it's very, very easy. I also shifted it to the front like this and you tap edit. So you now shift it in, you make it smaller. You play around with it, right? Just make it look lovely. Can make it smaller. And you will increase it also. So since I want to make everything show around all in my video, you just make it, extend it to the end of your video. So by that, it's very, very easy for you to do. Can you now see?
Okay, darling. I know you've all been waiting for this.
I want to change the way this 10K is going to come in. I want the 10K to come in from the left hand side. I mean, to bring in another formation. See, I've tapped this one. Auto change. Come and see.
Okay, darling. I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe giving back to the community is the best way to celebrate the milestone. And that is...
So that is how you easily edit your text. I don't really like this one having the old thing.
Okay, darling. I know you've all been waiting for this announcement, especially you. Yeah, I believe...
So that is just it. So in the second, now I will now show you in the second part of this video. Now I'll show you how you can now start adding text. You see, there are lots of my videos you always see that I will be adding text on this part. So I'll show you how you will do that. Let us watch the full video.
Okay, I hope you've been able to learn a lot of things from the video editing part. I'll really say that it's not really exhausting. I'm not getting exhausted already because the location I am right now is very, very, how would I put it? The hair is just coming. I have to hold my phone at a particular point because Kuma Lojabo, So practically, I hope you've been able to learn a lot of things from InShot. And I know that by now you'll be mind blown wow. So I can do this with InShot. Yes, baby. You can do that with InShot. InShot is mind blowing. So for the purpose of your own personal development, I would also recommend other applications for you because you see, if you want to start with video editing, don't start with the complex part. Obviously, you want to start from the easiest part, like the easiest one that is always easy, so that you can easily spread your wings out and explore other applications. Now, a lot of people will tell me what are other applications that I can also use for my YouTube. Number one, you can also use CapCut. CapCut is very, very lovely. It has more functionalities and more options than InShot. No argument at that point. However, get used to your InShot first, and CapCut would be difficult for you at all. Now, another application I would recommend for you is VN Editor. VN Editor is a very, very lovely application as well. Now, before I leave CapCut, the issue with CapCut is that you will need to switch on your data for you to have access to some things. Like you cannot have animations, you cannot have transitions. Unlike InShot, that you can have all of those things in one go without having your data on. But CapCut, you need to have everything on. Like you need to switch on your data for you to have access to transitions, animations, filters, adjustments, and all of those stuff. But for the most of this video, I'm gonna keep it very, very simple for you guys. So you can also check out CapCut, check out VN Editor. The fourth one, or let me say another application that you can also this one is for those that are very much interested in large video content, and that is KineMaster. Is it KineMaster or KineMaster? I don't know whatever you say you can call it, but I believe it is called KineMaster. KineMaster. Faisal Kin, you know? Okay, don't worry. So as I was just saying, that it can be KineMaster, it can be KineMaster. Anyone you can see, you can call it. It's just for you to just go and download the application. It's available on Apple Store. And however, the problem with that one as well is it has watermark. Yes, KineMaster has watermark, blue shadow band lines, right? So anyone you see, you can just get used to those study applications. It's very, very, very lovely. So darling, I hope I've been able to pass a lot of message across. Joining in all along right now. Thank you very much for watching this particular episode. Let's meet in the next episode where I will also explore with you guys on voiceover content.